and it's Thursday. Thanks for coming and checking us out. I have a very special video for you today. I have the wonderful Cherry Dollface. You guys probably all follow her already. Super excited. We're gonna swap styles today.
Yay!
So I have this beautiful, pretty princess, and I'm gonna turn her into a sassy street chic. You can find that on her page, which is linked here. And definitely in the description. But today she's turning me into a pinup. I'm so excited.
Yay!
She's awesome. I can't wait. So keep watching and let me know what you think.
Hooray! Woo!
So to start with, I am covering Alysha's full face in a nice full coverage foundation. You definitely want full coverage foundation for the pinup look. You want it to be a nice matte foundation, and I'm just using a foundation brush. Then I am using a under eye concealer that is a shade lighter than her skin to cover her lids and underneath her lids. I skip a primer if I'm using concealer under the eyes because I'm more of a multitasker with my products. And then I am using a translucent powder just to set this so that her eyelids aren't too sticky, and also to set underneath the eyes so that it doesn't crease. Then with that same translucent powder, I'm just going to powder her face, and I don't want to powder it too much because I want a little bit of her natural shine to come through. So then with a nice pink blush, I am just doing the apples of her cheeks to give her a nice natural pin-up-y flush. And she thinks I'm really hilarious. Now underneath the eyebrow bone, I am using a little bit of a white shadow, and I am also using it on the inner corner of the eyes as well. This is just to brighten up the eyes, so you want to make sure it's a nice stark white shadow and that you blend it really well. Now I am taking a shadow that is about 2 shades darker than her skin, and I'm just going in the crease and winging out the ends a little bit, and this is just going to give you that pretty winged shadow look to go with your winged eyeliner. Now with a shade 1 shade darker than that, I am just going in the crease to further accentuate her lovely deep crease. If you have small eyes, I would skip this step, but if you have big eyes, you are good to go. And then lastly, I am going to do her eyebrows, and I am just filling her eyebrows in with a good brow wax that is a little bit darker than her blonde, matches her roots a little bit better, and I'm just giving her a nice thick arched eyebrow. You want a very defined brow when you are doing pinup makeup. Alysha has really good natural brows, so I didn't have to do a ton of work on this one. So next we are doing everybody's favorite and most dreaded black liquid eyeliner. I'm using a gel eyeliner. I like to use gel and liquid, just depends. This is actually a waterproof gel, so it's really good for you girls that have watery eyes, like Miss Alysha here. It helps to keep it from smudging, but I'm just doing a nice solid straight line, and I'm winging it out past the end of her eye, following the lower lash line, so it sort of wings out and up. You don't want it to wing out so far that it meets your eyebrows, but you do want it to wing out enough that it still looks vintage. And then I'm going to apply her mascara. Hooray! Always apply mascara before you apply fake eyelashes so that your eyelashes blend with your fake eyelashes. And I'm going to stay away from the bottom lids with the mascara. And I'm just applying these fake lashes one by one. They're just strip lashes. Make sure you cut them to fit your eyes so they're not too long or poking you too badly. Now I'm going to do some lips on this beautiful woman, and I am starting with a good matte lip liner, filling in the whole lips. Make sure it's a nice bright red, and then I'm going back in with a nice moisturizing red lipstick. I hate drying lipsticks. So now I am spraying her entire head with a good heat protectant spray. Never curl without a heat protectant spray. And then I'm going to part her hair just slightly off center so that one roll is smaller and one roll is bigger. And then once I part the middle, I'm parting the sections. So you want to do a section from the point of the ear to the back of the part on both sides and make sure that they are even. You're going to have more hair on one side than the other, but just make sure that the part is even in the back. So now I'm going to start to curl, and I'm using a 3/4 inch curling iron. You can use up to 1 inch, but nothing bigger for vintage styles. And make sure you get those ends all the way in there so they don't crimp. And then once the curl is done and nice and hot, I just slide it right off onto my hand, keeping the structure of the curl, and then I use pin curl clips to clip them into place. And I'm going to do this on the whole back of her hair. You want to make sure you section the front before you do this, because you don't really need to pin curl the front of the hair, and you're just going to waste your time if you curl the whole head. So once you have all of your sections pinned, then we are going to move back to the front of the hair, and I'm going to do the rolls. I'm letting the back of the hair cool while I do the rolls so that those curls really set. So first I'm going to brush the hair, make sure it's nice and smooth, and then I am going to take my curling iron and I'm going to curl the hair upwards in the direction that the rolls are going to roll. If you have layers or your hair is really thick, you can do this in multiple sections. I just did it in one section because this is a very small section of her hair. And once you have those ends curled, you're gonna take the hair section by section. I would say maybe 1/4 inch sections, 1/2 inch sections, depending on how thick your hair is, and just tease the crap out of it. The more you tease, the better the rolls are gonna stay and the pins are gonna anchor into them. So when you have all of it teased, you are going to take your styling wax and just smooth the outer layers of the hair, and this will help when you start to smooth the hair with the comb to get all those hairs to stay in place. And then you're going to take your smoothing brush and smooth all of the outer layers of the hair to get that wax in there. Then when you're done with that, you're going to spray it with a working hairspray to set the wax, and then just give it another final smooth to make sure you smooth all those little fuzzies. And then you start the roll. Just roll the hair around your fingers and then roll it down with your thumbs. If you want to see this in more depth, please check out my channel. I have lots of victory rolls tutorials. And then you're going to put a pin in there, make sure it's nice and anchored, maybe give it a final spray, and then you're going to do the same exact thing on the other side, which I'm not showing you because who has time for that? And then I'm rolling it down, I'm pinning it. It's basically the same thing on both sides. Make sure you give it a really, really good final spray. And then in the back, I just took the curls out and just brushed them, nothing fancy. So this is Miss Alysha's final pinup look. She's so beautiful. Definitely check out my channel if you want to see her transformation of me into her style. Thank you guys for watching. Definitely subscribe to both of our channels for more.